All right. Season of Plunder. Big ol' finale. Well, for the moment, at least. Thank you, Valor, for the taking. Good to know. But let's head to the helm and get things started. So, I did a little teeny tiny bit of grinding in between stream sessions, in that I played for a total of like an hour, maybe two, and then got too busy with life. Where am I right now in terms of seasonal stuff? I am at 52. The season ends in 55 days, which is end of November. So yeah, one of these weekends when I'm done doing my crazy grinding in other games, I'll have to like just power grind through all this. Life is demanding so yeah, absolutely. This might be the first season I don't actually get to season level 100. Also, let's go to the star chart. Let's begin.
Guardian, you are close to securing the last relic of Nezarek, and we near the end of our mission. I have noticed no further communications between Aramis and her crews. I hope this means the worst is behind us. I did find, however, a transmission from Aramis to Ido.
Uh-oh.
It was embedded in an unsecured scribe log. You may have heard it. I do not know what Aramis gains in speaking with Ido. We know the ship stealer only acts to her own benefit. But Ido shuns me. She studies the coordinates of the pirate layers without my assistance. I have never seen her behave this way.
Uh-oh.
I cannot place blame solely on Aramis's influence. My actions pushed Ido away, though I meant only to protect her. She will see that in time. She must. Unless she has already made her choice. We must end this now, before something happens that cannot be undone. Claim the final reliquary and finish this conflict. May the light provide.
Okay. You are close to securing the last relic of Nezarek, Mithrax tells you through the hologram, and we near the end of our mission. Mithrax has noticed no communications between Aramis and her loyal crews, but he did find record of a message she sent to Ido, buried in the end of a scribe log. Although Aramis's words were benign, he does not trust her. We know the ship stealer only acts to her benefit, he says. Mithrax reveals that Ido is barely speaking to him, typical teenage daughter. She only sits and studies the coordinate patterns of the pirate layers. He has never seen her so immersed in her studies. I meant only to protect her, he says softly. She will see that in time. She must, unless she has already made her decision. Claim the final reliquary and finish this conflict, he urges. May the light provide. Alright, yeah, I need to get to rank 16. Alright, using an emote near a crewmate at the end of a successful activity encourages them to celebrate with you. Alright, so yeah, that's what we got going on, huh? Let's go to an expedition playlist. Let me... Why do I have my arc? Oh, that's because I'm using Delicate Tomb. You know, why not? Why not stick with Delicate Tomb for the moment? Because I need to get that ground out as well. There's so much grinding I need to do in this game. It is a little unreal. Alright. Game. Thank you. I don't need Overload. I need an Unstoppable, which is Unstoppable Pulse Rifle. Hang on. I'm going to have to grab one from Mr. Icy Man. Yeah, Mithrax really isn't the one who uses ice. That would have to be... Oh. Hang on, unless you mean me. Because technically I can swap to my Darkness subclass and literally be an Ice Wizard. Alright, I need a Pulse Rifle. Pulse Rifle, Pulse Rifle. That's an Auto Rifle. That's a Sniper Rifle. That's a Premonition, but it's in the wrong slot. I need... Oh, dear. Actually, I could go with an exotic pulse rifle, couldn't I? Yeah, deciding what should I bring? What should I bring? No time to explain. Except I'm already using Delicate Tomb, so I need... Talk about the helmet you just put on. Oh, the Crown of Tempests? That's not an ice helmet. That's an arc helmet. Arc abilities are Jolt, Final Blows, Restore arc abilities. Is this thing set up for... Oh, no, it's not actually set up at all for... Jolt, target scared, not trace. Yeah, this is not set up at all for PvE. There we go. Lingering duration, pulse grenade. That's good. Amplify creates an orb of power. Ionic trace. Then collecting an ionic trace makes you amplified. There we go. I don't want to do create. Let's just make you amplified. Yeah. Feeding a blinded target with precision damage creates a blinding explosion. I'm not going to be using the blinding stuff. Arc weapon final blows have a chance to create an ionic trace. Considering that what I am using is an arc weapon, I'll stick with that. Still need to find. Yeah, look nice for me. Can't blame you. I don't blame you at all for thinking that was it. All right, I have a cold denial. It's the first one I see. It's the first one I'm using. Let me just throw that on. Oh, that needs leveling up though. That needs some severe leveling up. All right, let's throw Sailor Spyglass on there. And let me just dump some stuff into my vault so that way I have some room. What am I not going to need? I'm probably not going to need my scout rifle. Probably not going to need sniper rifle. Probably not going to need... I barely ever use that fusion rifle. So I'm not going to be needing that. All right. Oh, and also... Yeah, let me just store that. Actually, wait, hang on. Rapid Hit Frenzy, Rapid Hit Focus Fury. That should do it. All right. Enough of that fooling around. One champion stunning over. Oh. Overload and Unstoppable, huh? You know what? I don't think I need to worry too much about Overload. Unstoppable is just fine. All right. Yeah, big old finale happening. I have so much grinding. Oh. There we go. Up to season rank 52, I guess. Yeah, bonus map fragment. Additional map fragment earned by completing the catch crash activity. Yay. Doing this. Yeah, grinding this out isn't going to take too long. Maybe like a full day of just grabbing as many bounties as I can, running through as many bounties as I can, and just constantly doing that. That's how you get some crazy people who are up to like 200.
Quite clever. Who would think to look here?
It's been sitting right under our noses this whole time. Now let's sniff out this loot, hero.
Alright. Nope, that's not... I keep forgetting. The Fallen with the spiky backs. Those are friends.
Makes you strong, like me.
Whoa! Uh-oh. Alright, let's start. Nope, that's not that way. Where do I chuck them? This way. There we go. It's been a little bit. Grab this. Chuck it. Uh-oh. We got big old explodey boys. Telling me there might be 2 more weeks of story. Alright. The transfer to one of the characters. Alright, so here is the way things are working right now, and this has happened for the past couple of seasons. Right now, today is going to be the last regular update for the story, because there is a seasonal event known as Season of the Lost. It happens most every year. It's basically the Halloween event, or the fall event. And that's going to happen for the next few weeks, and the story's going to pause there. The final week of the season is when something happens. It's happened with previous season, Season of the Haunted. It also happened with the season of whatever it was. Oh, yeah, it was like the last season before Witch Queen. It was Season of the Lost, I think it was. And they waited until the last possible week, but they delayed the Witch Queen. So people were waiting for months for a story update to happen. And when it finally happened, people could accidentally skip it. Literally, anyone in your party would hit the button to skip the cutscene that would happen at the end of all that. It would skip it for everyone. So yeah, I have to go through an LFG group to find out what was happening and promise each other I'm not going to hit the button. Little bit of a coding oversight. At least Bungie, when they realized that they weren't able to fix it because it was the final week of the season and the big update was going to be happening for Witch Queen. There was also going into Beyond Light. Alright, where's the ruffian? Alright, where's the ruffian? Oh, ruffian. Oh, there he is. Come on. There we go. Let's take care of this. Yeah. The last week of Beyond Light, actually like the last day of Beyond Light, is when they actually did a rather interesting update. It was the last several hours before they would basically shut the game off in preparation for Beyond Light. There was a moment that you could just run around the city with your Guardian, and something weird was happening to the Traveler. At the end of the Year 1 Red War, the Traveler itself was basically woke up and broke in half, essentially. And it was cool seeing... Oh, hang on. Do I even still have that shell? Yes. The Traveler used to look like this. You can barely see it because of this, but it was a floating orb that had broken pieces around it. It was super cool. At the end of Beyond Light, you could run around. There was like a special area that you could run around the city and see other Guardians and waiting for the end to happen. And every now and then a big pulse would happen from the Traveler. And right at the tail end of everything is when a cutscene would play that the entire Traveler formed itself as the planets that were being removed were being swallowed up by darkness. And they wrote that into the story, by the way. Alright, here we go. Not yet. So yeah, last week of the season, I'll have to double check what date that is. It's like November or something. But yeah, next week is Season of the Lost. That starts up. I'll be showing off some of that. Then Destiny 2 might go on hiatus just for a tiny bit until the massive story update, because I have so much grinding to do. Get in the treasure ship. Excuse me. Oh. There we go. Alright, we're having fun.
Pirates are jamming our drill. Take out their equipment.
Alright, reload this.
The skiff blades fight alongside you.
Yeah, skiff blades. Okay, that was not an enemy. All right, which fella? Where is he? Where is he? Where's the ruffian? Where's the ruffian? I think that's him. There he is. Hey, buddy. Gotta love doing Hadokens. Yep, there's a lot of stuff happening. Speaking of Hadokens, Street Fighter 6.
Those crazy wretches are on their way in. I love those guys.
Alright. So yeah, there's a closed beta right now for Street Fighter 6. I don't have access to it because quite frankly I'm not really one for Street Fighter. But apparently they decided to throw in a custom character creator for that game. And some of the results I have been seeing have been ludicrous. Just bonkers. It's the kind of custom character creator you would find in a high, maybe not high class MMO, but you know, one of the MMOs that allow you to do custom character creation and then some. I have seen some straight up Monster Factory results, and it is hilarious. Oh no, I know someone. Well, not personally know someone, but I do know that Proton John has access to the closed beta for it, and he showed it off on his stream, and he created the most. Not even. Well, uh-oh. Hang on. All right. Yeah, it's been crazy because on his stream when he streamed it, he did some crazy nonsense. Apparently, you can make it so that way your character is shiny, chrome, and luminescent. His creation was an outright abomination. A beautiful, glorious Monster Factory abomination. There are so many things shooting at me. Wow. Alright. Let's escort the treasure haul. Ah, yeah. Yeah, shooting out remnants later. Fix my mouse. It's not so much that my mouse is the problem. It's just the way I have my cord set up. It's like connected to the desk itself, so that way it's not hanging off anything. But yesterday I was trying to use my computer, and the way the mouse works, so how do I describe this while being shot at? Maybe I can't. But basically, from my computer to the desk, the cord is very taut, but there's a point where it secures itself to the desk, and that way when I move my mouse around from that point, it's loose, so that way I don't have to worry about it, the cord itself binding up or getting caught on anything. But last night I was using it, and for some reason on my desk it was getting caught in one of the corners, so I'm like, okay, what if I make it so that way the loop from the desk to my hand, rather than going over from the right, it goes over to the left, which should be fine. It's just I need to attach a rubber band to it so that way it doesn't slide around as much. But anytime I was putting on the rubber band this morning, it was pinching the cord, which I don't want that happening. And it was like 10:01. I'm like, all right, screw it. I will deal with this later. So right now, as I'm playing, gravity is doing its work of making the cord fall down, so that way from the computer to the desk, it goes from taut to slack, which means that from my hand to the desk, it goes from slack to taut, which is not what I want happening. All right.
Vandal Hall 6 is en route to the fight.
Oh boy. There we go. Email the celebrate with the crew.
Good job, hero. Watching you snatch up that loot reminded me of Gambit. I never
that.
get tired of watching
Dig up
people
the treasure.
bank those moats.
Yeah.
You know, Drifter, with the armies you assembled for Gambit, you could be very political.
I leave all that to the Vanguard. I ain't the man to tell anyone what to do.
Of course. But the time may come for you to step up.
Ooh, that's a lot. Oh, goodness. I'll take that. This. Exotic. Geomax stabilizers. All right. Exotic Cipher. I can hand out the Jur for another one. What have we got? We have a ship I'm never going to use. Yay. All right. So how many more of these do I have to do? Quest. Crewmate celebrations. All right. Twice more with the crew. That is something I will be doing off VOD. I'm going to pause that here. And I'll meet you back, YouTube, once I'm done celebrating.
Don't worry, young
All right.
The poor unfortunates will get their cut.
I,
But the captain always gets first pick. Mithrax Kell.
So I thought I needed to do one more of these, but blah, blah, blah. We already heard that before. All right. So, sorry about that really abrupt ending, YouTube watchers, but I thought I needed 2 more of the, whoop, there we go. Yeah, quests. Yeah, this quest here, I thought I needed to do 2 of the catch expeditions rather than just the one. This popped up all of a sudden, but yeah, you have located a pirate hideout deep in the Themis cluster. Infiltrate the hideout and claim the relic within. Here we go. Let's get prepped for that. So let's throw down Gnawing Hunger. We're going to throw down this. We're going to throw down this. We got this. I don't need this. I'm going to need to double check to see whether or not these Geomag stabilizers I got are actually really good. Because I'm looking at them. They look fine, but is it better than the ones I already have? They probably are. That's Lunafaction, Transversive Steps. Yeah. All right. Swap to this. Swap to this. Swap to this. Overload, Unstoppable Pulse. I probably don't need either of those 2 things on. Let's just make it. This is Grenade Cooldown. And, oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Let's go in. From the helm to the pirate hideout. And I'm willing to bet as soon as this gets over with, there's going to be a lot more than just see Spider do the thing. I'm predicting there's going to be something else here. Because it's the last regular update until the final week of the season. And the final week of the season is probably just going to be a quick cutscene, maybe. The setup for whatever the next season is. I'm kind of hoping it's effects-related season. But we shall see. All right.
Guardian, this layer is swarming with the Lucent Hive. We must not abandon caution now that our mission comes to a close.
Your presence is not necessary.
Whoa!
Ido, what are you doing here? Are you unharmed?
I will retrieve the last relic myself, without violence. The Hive.
I know!
Ido, Guardian, find her, please. She is my light.
On it, Mithrax! Oh, snap! Remember what I said earlier? That anyone who says devotion inspires bravery, bravery inspires sacrifice, those people end up dying? Well... Remember when I said if something happened? Yeah! Remember when I said I had a terrible feeling in my gut that something bad was going to happen to Ido? Yep! Oh boy, that's a lot of Lucent Hive. That is a lot of Lucent Hive. Get lost, wizard! Oh, oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. This is supposed to be a light and happy season. Why did we need to have a teenage Ido in trouble? You, and you, and you, and you, and you. Do you not know who I am? I have killed gods. Multiple. Quite literally. I have absolutely slaughtered my way through so many enemies and stuff.
I believe I am close to the relic. When we have it, Kell will see the futility of her actions.
You risk your
cannot outrun it. You cannot hide it from me.
Idol, please, forgive me.
Come on, open the door, open the door, open the door. Oh, respawning restricted. Alright. Hayakur, the Horde Seeker. Oh, that would be you. Alright, catch! Run, you coward! You know who I am! Alright, so this, if the entire boss section is going to be in this alleyway, something bad going to happen in the next area, because there's like a opening club area that's normally in there. Oh, hello. Catch! I said catch! Shielded and retreats. Oh, that's ogres. Those were ogres.
No! The door is sealed! Father!
Idol.
Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in! Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I have this in case. Hi, Aramis. Get him, Mithrax!
Stop! She protected me!
Uh-oh. Oh, splicer tech. Uh-oh.
Stop!
Do it. Show your daughter who you really are. She could have had everything.
Okay, Idaho is safe. Phew. Handkerchief not needed. That was... Oof. Oof. Alright, where am I going? Quests. Visit the Ether Tank Hollow Projector in the Elixni Quarter. Dark... yeah, that was a little too close. A little too close. Alright. So now the conclusion of this little tale. Where is the Elixni Quarter? There's the Elixni Quarter. Alright, here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, that, I was about ready to super that door open. Yeah, never mess with a crazy wabbit. Oh, absolutely. Alright, let me just go in here. Each of the pirate hideouts, we got all that lore, we got this and that. I'm probably not going to be able to get the scallywag. It's a little too grindy. Deal with that flashing thing later. What do we got here?
Ido of the House of Light, Scribe Log Zeta 7AD. At this point in the Guardian's adventures, we have had contact with a great many pirates. Each crew has a unique composition and pledges loyalty to the most powerful among their numbers. They fight for whomever promises them the most power, or the most glimmer. They adopt whatever code of honor befits them and concern themselves with little beyond the present. A friend told me that these pirates are not as free as they seem, that their lives are fueled by desperation more than their own desires. But there is still the call of the open stars. These pirates sought to possess the relics of Nezarec. What else might they hold?
Scribe Ido.
Aramis Kell. Greet you in the light.
You are young and honor the old ways. So I will speak gently. You say there are paths that never end. But these are also paths you cannot turn away from. Mithrax thinks he can. He is wrong. He and I will always be what we are. But we are not something you would wish to become. I remember the whirlwind, and we are running from it. We are running from that pain, and will be forever. You do not want this life.
Aramis.
Do not stand in my way. If we meet again, I will be the last thing you see. You and that hypocrite you call a father.
So much for wholesome Aramis. Alright. Holoc projector.
So, let me get this straight. Mithrax has Aramis at the end of his sword, and then nothing? I mean, nothing? Huh. I thought that guy still had some mean in him. Guess I was wrong. I was right about you, though. Gotta hand it to you, kid. You did a hell of a job
Me,
out there.
kid? Okay.
Drove Aramis off, stopped whatever plan the witness had, and brought home all the pieces of Nezarec. Not bad at all. Mithrax and Ido have the relics now. Don't know what those things can actually do, but if anyone can figure it out, it'd be them. Hope it's something good. Yep, nothing for you to do now but lay back in that big old pile of pirate treasure you got. You deserve it. And don't worry about giving me my cut, Captain. It just felt nice to be a good guy again. Trust.
Darklight Smoothwolf. They could have at least shared a nice cup of coffee or tea before the fight began. There's some history that would prevent that from happening. Ida was begging him to stop. Clueless. I don't necessarily think they want to mention that. Oh yeah, Ida was in mortal danger. Probably ought to leave that out of the story. But, alright. Mithrax had his Aramis at the end of his sword and then nothing? The hologram of Drifter squints as you tell him of Mithrax's battle against Aramis. I thought that guy still had some mean in him, he puzzles. Guess I was wrong. Drifter says he has to give you credit. You did a hell of a job out there. Drove Aramis off, stopped whatever plan the witness had, and brought home all of the pieces of Nezarec. He grins. Not bad at all. He seems confident Mithrax and Ido can figure out some way to harness the power of the relics of Nezarec. But until they do, there's nothing to do but enjoy your well-earned riches. Oh, I'm gonna stop reading there because, oh boy, the last week of the season, I'm willing to bet those pieces of Nezarec are gonna do something. I don't know what that something is, but it's gonna be bad. And don't worry about giving me my cut, Captain, he winks. It just felt nice to be a good guy again. Trust. Alright. Visit Spider in the ether tank in the Elixir Quarter. Alright. So, there's something I didn't notice beforehand, or at least, yeah, this jukebox here. There was a person over here. Okay, my phone is telling me there's potential spit. Thank you, Spider. So there was like one person here, like week 3 or 4. Now there's 2 people here. Will you shut up? So, the device that's been... Shut up.
Forget that.
So, this jukebox here is more than likely the device that has been swapping out what we've chosen with the trash gear. That is my guess. Hit that jukebox. Alright, that's enough.
Any news from my son?
Alright, here we go.
I'm eager.
Spider awaits behind an array of engrams. This is the end of my stash, Guardian, he says. Nothing left to give after this batch. Choose carefully. Doesn't matter. As Spider watches you draw yet another powerful weapon from the offered engrams, he chuckles. Hard to argue with luck like that, he says. One thing I've learned through all this, the Guardians are a safe bet. And with that, he says gruffly, readjusting in his chair, I believe I've dutifully distributed all the gear entrusted to me by the Vanguard. So now I must ask you, with all polite kindness and expediency, to get out of my bar. You can tell Ida was smiling when she contacts you over the radio. No attempts at energy jamming today, Guardian, she says. Either Spider finally found his faith in the Guardians, or he realized opposing you is more trouble than it's worth. Option B. Either outcome is quite positive, wouldn't you agree? Alright. Wolfie has a bad feeling about this, huh? Alright. Oh, looks like there's another radio message. Maybe not. Nope. Alright. Let me just check. Quests. Yeah, I think that's it for the major story quest, but there's one last thing I need to do, is drop off this thing of Nezarec. And also check to make sure the gear I've got. Me thinks he's going to have more stuff after turning on you. End of the season. Oh, this is one of those things that this is like the MMO story thing, right? Where the ending of the story doesn't necessarily wrap everything up in a neat little bow. It always leaves a couple dangling cords so that way they can come back later. Kind of like how Aramis is just frozen at the end of Beyond Light, and only until now did they come back to that in some way, shape, or form. Alright, since I'm right next to the vaults. Alright. Are we budget Destiny friends? I don't remember if I added you. I think you are. We can check that after the stream. That way people don't just... that way, this VOD is going to go up on YouTube, and the last thing I want is for random people on YouTube to just all of a sudden start adding me, even though they technically could. Alright, where are my boots? Where are the boots? Where are the boots? Alright. Geomax stabilize. Oh, these are a 68. Whereas these are a 69. They're higher level, better stat distribution, in my opinion. So yeah, I think, yeah, strength on Geomax stabilizers not needed. Dun dun dun. Adios. Let me just stash those in there. You know, I should probably check to see whether or not those. That's gonna be for later. All right.
Now that we've collected all the relics, Mizraxkel and I believe that we could harness their power. To what end, we're still uncertain. While I believe in our abilities, I am concerned about the potential side effects such a process could have. An ancient dirge I discovered described something called the Curse of Nezarec, which is rumored to drain the life of the user. Of course, I don't give credence to such superstition. Dark Age humans were comically ignorant. Still, I would rather not take the risk. My father disagrees. I suspect he wishes to redeem himself for his past wrongs, and in that, I cannot dissuade him. We will continue searching for a method to unlock the relics. Until then, the light provides.
The light provides. All right, just making sure I did some stuff to my mouse cord. And, oh yeah, look, there's my feet. Lots of gold here. All right, yeah, that is basically it. From this point forward, next week is going to be the big, massive, listen to radio message. Oh, hang on. There's one more radio message in the ether tank. Somewhere. That's probably going to be the last week of the season. Which means that whatever's going to be happening is going to be happening in the Elixir Quarter. Maybe. It's possible. Yeah. This was something that was like during Season of the Lost. I think there was also like a thing that was going to... No, it was also Season of the Haunted. Where there was a hint that something weird was going to be happening. Yeah, 7 out of 8, and yet... Unless I'm missing one? Hang on, did I forget to get one? Let me head back to the Elixir Quarter, just in case. Because if I missed one, this has all been a false misnomer. If I didn't miss one, dun 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 dun. Let me just double check. If there's nothing here, then spooky. Oh, hang on. I may have skipped a radio message on 1 week. Yeah.
Aramis Kell. Again, I greet you in the light. Not as my enemy, but as my savior. You protected me from the Lucent Hive. Without your intervention, I would have died at their hands. I thank you. I was terrified. Not only of the Hive, but of you. When you arrived, I thought it was to follow through on your threat. Then you turned and raised your blade against my assailants. But that same blade would have taken the life of my father if you'd had the advantage. I am not afraid of what you are, but I am afraid of what you do. The whirlwind led to you. It led to my father. But it led to me as well. We can see a future for the Elixir beyond the pain of the whirlwind. But you think you can't be a part of it. I do not believe that. My father spared you because he saw that you could turn from a path he had once followed. I see this also. I know the futility of this, but I will say it regardless. There is a place for you here. We need not be enemies. Come home, Aramis. May the light provide.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that she would be happy to join up with the Guardian who's killed how many of her crew? And how many of her big top #1 commanders? Like the Exo... was it 801? No, 801 is not the Exo in the Deepstone Crypt. We killed Tanix for like the 5th time. Yeah, I don't think she would be too happy to join us. All right, so I must have missed a week, obviously, at some point with picking up the radio messages. How y'all boys doing? But yeah, I think that's going to be it. Let me just check. Is there anything else? Let me just check the triumphs. More lore. Oh, hang on. There's all that I can read to my leisure. What's the next big shiny thing? This one? There's that. We got this. That. All sorts of shiny blinking things. All right. Clueless. I still think there's still a week or two of story left. Technically, that's true, but that's going to be after the holiday event that is coming up. The Festival of the Lost. And that is going to be next week's Destiny 2 stream for Wednesday. Just to show off whatever that is. There's going to be a whole lot of grinding behind the scenes on that one. Because if I were to go down... Outlaw Vorpal Weapon? Ew, why would I want that? Hang on. Somewhere around here. Oh, let me just get rid of that. Ooh, that's a shotgun. Neat. If I head down to my Triumphs, Season of Plunder, Flamekeeper. This was the Solstice. Spooky, scary space shooting. I mean, technically that was Season of the Haunted. But yeah, we have Reveler. View the contents for Reveler. Complete event cards. Oh, hang on. Beep. Complete event card challenges during each of the 4 calendar seasons. Challenges do not have to be completed within a single event or year. Title gilding resets at the end of each season. So, I did the Solstice. Upcoming, we have Festival of the Lost. That's the holiday for, autumn. Dawning is the winter event. That's, it's not Christmas. It's technically the Dawning is like every single winter holiday molded into one. And then the Guardian Games. That is the spring event. And that's basically a Hunter versus Titan versus Warlocks challenge. That I think Warlocks won last time because it was our turn. So, yeah, that. Just turn that camera back on. There we go. That is going to do it for me today. All right. Oh, yeah. Kill him with kindness. So, we'll be back. Hang on. First, I need to say goodbye to YouTube. So, if you're watching the YouTube VOD and catching up with the story and all this, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for further updates. Follow me on the Twitter at MasterWabbit if you want to take a look at the latest schedules and when I'm streaming live on Twitch. And until next time, YouTube, take care.